Hello everyone, I'm bringing you a much delayed video today, which I mentioned in the previous video or possibly the video before, depending on exactly when this kit arrives and when I'm actually able to upload this, finish making this video and upload this. This is the set of kit from Australia, which was very kindly put together for me by Steve Cheers, who's previously done this for me, sort of amalgamated bits I've purchased, and he's also sold me some bits and pieces here as well, which we'll talk about in a bit more detail in the video. That's basically what we're going to have a look at here. It's another unboxing video, effectively looking at some bits and pieces which have recently arrived from Australia. So here we have the box of bits and pieces we're going to look at, and I'm sure some people possibly recognise the item that's on top here, which I think this has been gifted to me by Steve, which is very kind of him. Some of the other bits in here I have actually purchased, but this on top was gifted. So I will move this out of the way anyway, and we'll start pulling out bits and pieces individually to have a look at. As usual, I've opened the box up just to avoid all the noise of tape and everything else in the video. So that item we had on top is an Australian what is effectively an Australian version of the British Jersey heavy wool. In the overall design, it's very, very similar. You can see it's made in more of a khaki colour as opposed to the olive drab or green of the British Jersey heavy wool. So it's more of a closer to a tan colour. And then you have the Australian disruptive pattern material used to make the shoulder reinforcement, the epaulettes and the elbow pads, as you can see there. And with the label in the collar here, you can see details of this here, manufactured by the Elegant Knitting Company, which is a fantastic name. Penrith, New South Wales, 1992, the manufacturing date there, and this is in a large size. Thank you very much indeed for that, Steve, much appreciated. Looking at the front here, interesting the way it's puckered together. I was just looking to see if this had a draw cord or something fitted in the collar at some point, which is a common British modification on the later Jersey heavy wool, which of course didn't have it. The early heavy wool jerseys had a string at the collar, but I don't think it is that. I think it's just slightly puckered up from where it's been sewn together. That's a really nice thing to have. Thank you very much. Okay, I'll get the next two items out here together to have a look at. So we have one, and then we have two Australian issue green shirts. These are Vietnam War era. The label's completely gone in this one, unfortunately. This one is still there, 1971. This one's dated. And these are, as you can see, they've both been short sleeved. So this is, I believe, a slightly earlier one with this style of brown buttons. Obviously the white label, the button on one of the epaulettes has been changed. So I might see if I can find them. This is a period repair or a period replacement, but I'll see if I can find something a bit more similar to the originals perhaps. And these will be very useful for Australian and New Zealand military police use. And they commonly wore short-sleeved shirts, which is to say these were originally long-sleeved, and they've been short-sleeved quite neatly, as you can see, by the sleeves being cut down and then simply hemmed over like that. So that's nice to have, and Steve sold me these at a very, very reasonable price. Both of them have sergeant's rank applied, which is great from a sort of military police point of view. Although I don't really want to change the badges on these. I say ideally I'd like one with corporal's rank insignia as opposed to sergeant, but I'm very happy with these, I have to say. So thank you very much indeed for those, Steve, much appreciated. Next thing is another Vietnam War, where I think most of the bits we're looking at, all the bits we're looking at now, apart from a couple of things at the bottom, are Vietnam War related. This is a magazine pouch for the F1, if I remember correctly, Australian submachine gun, which is effectively an Australianised version of the Sterling with a top-loading magazine and so forth, which we used in Vietnam to a degree. Particularly, I think the Royal Australian Air Force made use of them during the Vietnam conflict. And of course, in terms of submachine guns, there was a move over to using the M16. So submachine guns really sort of fell out of use with Australian forces in Vietnam. But this is, as you can see, a 1968 dated example of one of these pouches, and it was very cheap and wanted to pick up an example. It's made of a green canvas, and the quick release fasteners are actually made of webbing, as you can see, and it would fit onto the belt using slide keepers, which fit into these slots here, M1956 style slide keepers, or Alice clips as they're known today, since the introduction of the Alice equipment. So just a magazine pouch there. And then we have in the package here something a little bit unusual, a pillow slip. and this came from Anzac Trading. And this is, put that to one side, this is for, well, the reason I have purchased this, it's made of period cloth, period material, and it's very common to see on cots in camp in Vietnam. Australian troops had both cot mattresses and pillows in this sort of striped ticking fabric. So I wanted to try and replicate that. I'd be interested in picking up one of the cot mattresses or a mattress cover at some point for use on future displays, but the pillow slip is a useful part of that. And then, as Steve normally does, he's included 2 copies in this instance of the Australian Army newspaper from November and December of 2024. So thank you very much for those, Steve. Always interesting to have a flick through these. And as I say, it generally includes a copy in parcels when he sends stuff over to me, which, as I say, is always appreciated. So thank you very much indeed for those. A lot shorter than the previous unboxing video, less to look at, but some interesting bits and pieces there. And once again, thank you very much indeed, Steve. The assistance with this stuff is always appreciated. So there it is. A big thank you once again to Steve for putting these bits and pieces together for me and shipping them over. It really is greatly appreciated, your assistance once again, Steve. It's basically the only way of getting Australian kit over here. There's a very limited amount turns up on the UK market, so certainly shipping it in from Australia is pretty much the only way to build up a collection, and the assistance in doing that is greatly appreciated as always. Thank you very much. If you found this interesting as a viewer and you'd like to see more of this sort of thing, please do consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And whether you're newly subscribing or you've previously subscribed, please do make sure you hit the little bell, the notification button down below. That will of course alert you when I upload future videos. If you really like my uploads and you would like to support the channel, you can. Both Patreon and PayPal are linked down below. And as I always say, a huge thank you to everybody who supports the channel using those 2 methods. It really is greatly appreciated. I want to give a big thanks to all of you. Thank you all very much indeed. If you'd like to follow the channel on social media, you can. Facebook, Instagram and Twitter are all linked down below. And if you'd like to get in touch but you don't really use social media, there is of course an email address in the description as well. That's everything for this video. So until next time, bye for now.